Guys, deluded. Arsenal versus West Ham, the preview. Let's crack on. Now, well, last week threw up a surprise in. You saw what happened against us versus Newcastle. And I told you guys in that preview, these sort of sides at this time of year, when they're fighting relegation, you have to be careful of them because they're either going to sink, you're either going to score 5, 6, maybe even 7, or you might lose 1-0. Which side do you want to be on? I know which right side I want to be on. Unfortunately, we weren't on the right side. The good thing is we get to learn some sort of lesson, or I hope we learn a lesson, if you get what I mean, people. We need to beat them. The only benefit is, yeah, that was away from home, and we're woeful away from home, to say the least. Home, in a season where there's nothing to be positive about, apart from signing Aubameyang, to be honest with you, our home form is the only thing that you can kind of look to and see some sort of joy to be honest, or confidence. Don't get me wrong, I'm saying all of this. We almost lost to Southampton at home. We've thrown several leads away and several 3 points away at home, but our home form towers over our away form. That's a bit of confidence. Both sides got a lot of pressure on them to a degree. Both sides, both managers, again, to a degree. Both sets of players, again, to a degree. They sit 30 on 35 points in 14th. 5 from the illustrious safety, and that we all know 40 points is deemed safe nowadays in Premier League football. This year looks a bit booky, but yeah, we're 6th, 54 points. Burnley breathing down our necks. Chelsea next to us, so we could potentially try and leapfrog them if we put a run together and avoid finishing 7th, where it will be tricky for us moving next season into Europa League again. So yeah, we need to fight. If you fight, if you make it hard for them, again, if you make it hard for them, if we put some balls over the top, not in front, behind them, ask their defence questions, get them miscommunicating, get them angry at each other, because you slot in a second or a third. West Ham fans are very low. They shut up, you shut up them West Ham fans, half the job is done. I'd love it to be 3-0 before half-time, 3-0 before half-time, but I don't think it's going to be that. We need to be careful of West Ham. They've only won one in the last 5, I believe, but they've snatched 2 draws in that, if I remember correctly when I was looking at my research. They've snatched 2 draws. They should have beat Stoke. Stoke should have beat West Ham as well. What I mean by that is them 2 sides are fighting relegation. You really want to take full points off one. You don't want to get a draw. But it was great for Carroll to score in the 90th minute. Hernandez, you saw a couple of weeks ago at the bridge, he nicked a point for them. So that's something we need to be careful of, because Arsenal, we can love conceding goals at the stroke of half-time or at the death of games where there's nothing into it. Our concentration levels weren't there against Newcastle, and I hope they're there against West Ham. In regards to the league as well, I know there's a couple midweek games as well. I know Spurs are playing, so the league will probably fluctuate. I don't know if Spurs winning or losing results in people moving down or whatnot. So don't quote me necessarily at the time of watching this as gospel. So yeah, man, we need to watch the likes of Arnautovic. We know the likes of Arnautovic and Cole will try and ruin our party. They will try and get in behind. We know when we played them, we drew 0-0 at their place. So it'll be nice to beat West Ham. Then nothing more can come from winning this other than a feel good for the fans and just letting them go home from the Emirates or come home from church or finish their Sunday dinner or whatever, knowing their team didn't get embarrassed and they didn't get embarrassed and their friends ain't bantering them. So yeah, the last thing to be said on that front then would have to be the lineup. Ospina and Cech, between them, they're both crap. But if you had to ask me to pick one, I'd pick Cech. He doesn't deserve to keep his spot. I know I like to keep it fair. Cech, week after week, you've been doing stuff. You can't keep your spot. Ospina, until he does something stupid or I deem it appropriate to change. I'm going with Ospina. I'm going with Kohler on the left-hand side. Monreal looks a bit tired now, so it's time to get him out the side for a bit. Koscielny, I don't know for his injury problems, but he's coming back into the side. Partnering him will be Rob Holding. At right back, we're going to go with either Maitland-Niles or Hector Bellerin, depending on Bellerin's condition, and Maitland-Niles, because he's just coming back. So yeah. In fact, Hector Bellerin, because in midfield, I'm going to go with Xhaka. Again, he's played a lot of games. He could be rested, so Wilshere might come in. But I'm going to go with Xhaka and Ramsey. Behind them in the defensive mid-role, it's harsh because I want to keep El Neni in the side, but I believe them 2 midfielders are playing better. I'm going with Maitland-Niles. He's a midfielder long-term. He didn't have the best of performances in midfield last time out. But you're not going to know where a man is at until you give him these opportunities. And if you want him to be a midfielder, sooner or later he's going to have to play there. So I'm going with Maitland-Niles. Although Maitland-Niles has a good chance he moves over to the right-hand side to be at right back. So then you could just easily slot in El Neni. But I don't believe... if we keep El Neni, I believe you should drop Xhaka, to be honest. Because if we're really going to do this fatigue thing and this fitness thing, all three, do I see all three starting? Then no, I would start all three. There's a case to start all three and just play strongest side, but the boss will do what the boss wants to do. So that's Maitland now. That's Maitland now's Ramsey fitting over that gash, partnered with Xhaka in the three-man midfield. Ozil's going to have to go on the flanks for this one, / Nelson if Ozil's not back as well. So, but I'm going to go with Ozil. Aubameyang and Lacazette, the easiest names. So to recap, we've got Hector Bellerin at right back, Cole at left back, in goal Ospina, Holding and Koscielny in defence, midfield at the base of it in defensive mid, Maitland-Niles, next to him Aaron Ramsey and Xhaka, although one of them could probably afford it to be dropped. That's the midfield. Up front we've got Aubameyang, Lacazette and Mesut Ozil. But a part of me, guys, does want to go three at the back. So let me show you. If it's a three at the back thing, then I think I'd probably have to go with Ospina again, Koscielny, Holding, Chambers. I don't want Mustafi in the side. He don't deserve it. Bellerin, right back, Kola, El Nene and Ramsey, purely because the reason why Ramsey now comes into El Nene comes into this, even / Maitland-Niles, but part of me believes El Nene should start because it's a defensive side, and there's a big case here clearly of stability. You get El Nene in to further protect their back three, well back five, depending on how you look at it, if that's how we're going to do, because that will allow Ozil, Lacazette, Aubameyang to do that, and even Ramsey to a degree to fly forward and do what they want to do. But a part of me would remove El Nene and keep Maitland-Niles in there in a pivot. There's even cases to bring in Jack Wilshere. I want to play Ramsey. I must admit, the one benefit of this crap season right now as of late, all our midfielders are doing all right, and it is a conundrum. But I'm just going to give you guys what I have here. So they're the ones. Ozil in the 10 role, Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. To recap, because as usual I started talking tactics, Ospina, Koscielny, Holding, Chambers, Ramsey, Maitland-Niles, Kola if I haven't said it already, Hector Bellerin on the right hand side, Ozil in the 10 position, Lacazette and Aubameyang up front. So yeah, that's the preview. The main thing I would love to see, if you're asking me to predict the squad, I'd love to see, something just tells me 2-0 Arsenal. I'd love a 5-1, I'd love a romp, man. It's about time we embarrass someone. But Moyes, something tells me Moyes, again, he might come here trying to do a madness, man, and the form we're in, anything can happen with any team. But yeah, man, guys, Deluded, it's been a pleasure speaking to you guys, and thank you very much for them birthday messages and all them sort of things there, man. I'm out.